Welcome back YouTube, Tutti UK, pickup video, channel update, isolation, Tutti isolation. How are we all doing out there, guys and girls? It's a bit weird. Look, even my hair's growing. You can't even get your hair cut. This time next week. Yeah, I should be due a haircut. I'll be like a fucking hippie. I'll be looking like Lee. You've been gamed. I thought I'd show my face. Do you know what? I know we're all banging about the coronavirus, COVID-19. Everyone's getting sick to death of it. And I mentioned in the last vid, I went to the shops and the local Sainsbury's, and they were running out of Budweiser. Well, they basically just, the last couple of times I've glanced in, they haven't had any. So I've been going to the local Asian shop, which pound for litre or whatever you want to call it is a lot better value. So I'll shop there anyway if and when all this returns back to normal. But we've had to go to the fucking big pinters. That's all they had. What can I do? I had no other choice. So yeah. I mean, that's 568. But the ones you get from Sainsbury's like 440ml, and it's a £5 for 4. Whereas the normal ones that they sell at the Asian shop, I mean, they didn't have any of those left at the minute, but he did say he's getting some more in. It's like 500ml for £5. So even when things are back to normal, it's a lot better value. So I'll be, you know, there are some silver linings to all this, because it has made me realise I shouldn't just be like a fucking sheep and just, you know, because it's just Sainsbury's and I'm there and I'm buying other stuff, I just end up getting a beer from there. But from now on, you know, they'll have my custom over there, because why not? If I'm spending a £5, I might as well get 60 millilitres more. Really push me over the edge, that will. Like I said, guys, I know in the previous vid, you know, that I did, you know, the old 9 Coronas and stuff like that, and hands in the air, like, I didn't really think it was going to be the pandemic that it turned into, that it has turned into. Some people will sort of say it's still a big to do about nothing. I've had sort of second-hand experience from it, should I say. My brother, he actually technically still has it, but he's over the worst of it, and I've spoken to him every single day. And yeah, you can hear it in his breathing. It's every other word's like and and that was what it was like all the time. And then I spoke to him just today, and he's kind of all okay now. It's quite weird. Even he said he woke up and it was just almost like, oh, I feel all right. I'm not, you know, he's still coughing a little bit. Still feels a bit foggy-headed and stuff like that, and the odd, you know, sort of tight chest. But you can 100% tell the difference. So it is real. You know, clearly it's real. People are fucking dying from it. And it's all to do with the lungs. Yeah, you know, your respiratory system. So, you know, if you're smoking and fucking everything else, you just, yeah, it's gonna give you some problems, especially with the restrictive breathing side of it. But yeah, I say I was a little bit. I wasn't like taking, you know, tongue in cheek, but I wasn't as taking it serious as probably we all should have done. Let's just say that. I do think there's probably some in it, in terms of sort of getting it at some point and then getting over it to give you that immunity, but at what cost? You know, that's the question, isn't it? I've still been working. I'm a civil servant, so unfortunately I haven't got the luxury of, although I do work from home. I work from home all the time now anyway, so it's really there's not a great deal of change for us, other than obviously being able to just get to the shops and do the other odds and sods. And then tomorrow's being Saturday, there's no point going game hunting because there's nowhere open. So yeah, I mean, other than a little bit of inconvenience, you know, and obviously the food sort of side of it, again, we've been all right. We touched wood, you know, we've got enough stuff in. We haven't got like shitloads of bog roll oil, masses of anything particular. You know, we have every single order. We're probably ordering a few like tins of stuff just to put to one side, just in case. But then again, if it all does blow over, which hopefully it will, again, touching wood, they'll get eaten eventually. So it's not like it's wasted. And I don't understand these people buying crates of fruit and stuff that's going to expire really quickly, because you're not going to eat it. Like loaves of bread. I mean, I've heard people buying fridges and freezers, sticking them in the garages and loading them all up, and fucking hell, you know, that's when you start causing problems. But other than that, we're okay. We did have a little bit of a wobble should we say, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday it started with the eldest, Ellie. She weren't too well. Got to the Monday, she still weren't too well, and the Tuesday she woke up and she was fine. So it was a 2-day thing. I don't know if that's something of anything. She had a bad cough. She didn't have a real fever per se, but she felt grotty and shitty. But then it passed, so I don't know. But I think at some point everybody will get it. I do believe that. I believe it's going to be like the norovirus. I think it will rear its head every couple of years or so. There'll be like an outbreak of it, and that's killed people. The norovirus killed people from dehydration and stuff. So what else is it? Oh, tell you what, the only other thing that's blipped on is CEX. So they finally shut the shops down, and I did have some stuff on order. So you can still order online. I do believe you can send stuff in to sell via online. I mean, I would never do that anyway. But yeah, you can still order online. So I had some stuff that was literally sort of split over the end of when they shut the shops off and when I ordered it. So that arrived, it was no good. So I've sent that back. And I've never done it before online, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know how thorough they are. I don't know what the process is. So this is a little bit of uncharted ground for me. I do know that my local one has got super fucking strict on what you take back now. It might just be me. Maybe they're sort of thinking this guy's doing a bit too much buying and returning. But Dane, I spoke to Danester. He said he had exactly the same thing in Blackpool last year. He goes, "You've probably just been lucky, Stu." But yeah, my guys, the shop I go to now, it's literally everything I take back. They're waiting for an email from the shop to sort of see if it matches up. Apparently, they're taking photographs of everything. You know, one of the games I took back was like a tenner. And I said, "What for a tenner?" I mean, I could get it for these £100, £200, £300 games, stuff like that. And I said, "What for a tenner?" He went, "He goes everything now." So I don't know how much truth there is in that. I don't know. But I say I've just sent all these back via online, and they were what I ordered. So they were just the wrong versions. Basically, I ordered some PlayStation 1 games, and they've all come through as classics, not the black label. So they've just gone back. But it's not something I've done before, so I'll keep you informed. Should there be another video? Who knows? But I've got some other bits. Got some other bits from CX. So I've got a bit of CX in. Got a bit of eBay. Got quite a bit of eBay actually, and I got a purchase of a Facebook friend, event friend, I suppose, mate. I was a quite quiet chap. Talking about events, obviously all the ones I think now from the summer are kind of off. So Nottingham's off. I know a lot of the Comic Cons are off. The next one that we would have done would have been Nottingham, so that's been knocked on the head. I think after that it probably would have been maybe Blackpool in October, maybe, and then you've got what do you call it, Donny in December, haven't you? I think they're the two that I was going to go to anyway. I think, trying to rattle my brains, I don't think there's anything else planned. I think we'll be lucky to get Doncaster. I think Blackpool will be off in October. I don't think this is going to go away anytime soon. I think there'll be a second wave once all this isolation comes to an end. If it does, I think there'll be a second round, because I reckon it's going to peak, don't they, about 2 weeks. So like basically the last week of the isolation. But we'll see. I don't think it's going to go away quickly. I think China's lying. Anyway, I'm going to get into that in this video. But yeah, so that's events. So the point was that was it. It was Revival, wasn't it? Revival's in November as well. And there's another one. So I think they'll both be off. I hope they're not. I really do hope they're not. But I've got a feeling we'll be lucky to get Doncaster in December. Enough of that morbid shit anyway. It's because I don't speak to you a lot now. You know, it's not a weekly thing. We have got some stuff. What I'm going to start with is a purchase off a guy I know, Neil Baker. He's on Facebook, he's on all the groups, you know, Galaxy Sega Retro, blah blah. But he also stalls out at the events. See him at Doncaster quite a lot. See him at some of the other smaller ones as well. Nice chap, really quiet, always stalls out with his missus. And he messaged me after the back of the last video. He said, "Oh, what double case games are you missing?" And I gave him the list. And he says, "Oh, I've got one of those." I did drop a little bit of clanger. I suppose, well, maybe not. I think I probably got it for he sold me for about the going rate that you probably get off of online, maybe. And he said, "Oh, I've got a copy of that." And he showed me like loads of pictures. I said, "That's fine, mate." I said, "Just don't worry about the case. Just send me through, you know, the discs and stuff like that, because I could obviously repurpose the case and it saves on postage." So, welcome to the Subset Zone. Welcome to the Subset Zone. Get ready. It's metal on the PlayStation. Now, I say I dropped a bit of a bollock on this because the reason being, and it's not anything to do with Neil. I thought that there was like the normal single case version of this. There's not. The only release this ever got, Twisted Metal, is a double case one, and CX had a few in stock. I don't know how many, but there's none there now. So I'm guessing fucking Big Al, Eddie's probably already got it. Quinny's probably bought one. So, you know, there may have only been one or two. But they're definitely on there for about 30 quid. Plus £1, well, £2 postage now. Which is basically what Neil sold me this for. But the good thing about this is it's complete. You know, and he did sort of say it's his rougher copy, but it'll do me. I just didn't realise. I should have done a bit more research. I just assumed that most of these initial releases, especially this one, had a single case. It doesn't. The other one that I was thinking of is World Tour, and I think I've got World Tour. But yeah, this is just a single disc job. So yeah, there we go. This is number 61. I can't remember how many I need now. It was handful. Remember I said it was handful. It is handful. And the one game I mentioned, Motor Tune 2 on the Play, I don't think that ever got a big box. The list and the link that Eddie sent me, even the guy who created that list has put a question mark against it. So that implies to me that he ain't sure. I think if it is even out there, it would have been like saying Belgium only or something weird like that, or it would have been like a store display. You know, it sort of says like advertisement, you know, store display only, and it's just been on the shelf as a marketing tool. Because there's literally none. You can't find a single picture of it anywhere. And again, as I mentioned before, even the black label release, although not expensive, it is, you know, uncommon at best. So there we go, another one. Cracking down on that list now. Okay. Shall we do? It's the rest of eBay. Do CEX. Alright, I need to say something here as well, because I have stopped putting ads on my videos. And people might say, I know, Stu, you're full of shit. There was an ad in the last video. That's because I used the wrong CX clip. It's a longer one, and obviously they've claimed copyright on it, you know, for the sexual healing. But if you look at the previous video, there's no ads, and there'll be no ads on this one because I'll use the shorter clip. But no ads. It's not worth it. I spoke to Alex a couple of weeks back and we were chatting about stuff like that, and he was this, that, and the other. I just basically agreed with him. I sort of said, you know what, it's just not fucking worth it. Because when I did the whole ad thing like years and years ago, it was when YouTube hadn't nailed it down. You know, the adpocalypse hadn't happened. So it was still kind of worth it, but for me, it's just, no, forget it. Knock it on the head. So there's no ads. There'll be no ads. This is probably the last game I ordered. God, before he announced it, so I might have ordered this Tuesday. Is that when the lockdown then commenced? Wasn't it Tuesday night? Wasn't it 5 o'clock or whatever it was, or 8 o'clock? But this is already going through the sausage machine, and it come through. Thank God, and it is complete. Thank God. I had to do a little bit of remedial work on the discs because they had a bit of marker on them. But another part of the Subset Zone. We got D. Can't beat a bit of D. This is it does say 3 discs, just in case you need to know. 65, not 66, wasn't it? No, 61. Yeah, so this is all complete. The discs had that, like, it wasn't even the P, it was like some of the writing in the middle. I've never seen it before. But there we go. Yeah. It is multilingual on the back. I mean, it did scare the shit out of me, but it is at the top there. It starts, and then literally the bulk of the text then is in like the other languages, which is weird, like German and Spanish, I think. But an early 3DO, wasn't it? This was the one. This is one of the sort of main drivers on the 3DO. I'm sure it was D. Trip Hawkins. It's like an exclusive. Also, then it come out. It was meant to come out on the Saturn as well, I think. But another one down. Another one down from the list. The rest now is eBay. What did they do with this one? God, this is, yeah, because this would have been, God, this time last week maybe. Oh, before then. Before then. What did I pay for this? £9, I think. Was it £9? Wasn't too expensive. I don't think it's much of an expensive game per se, but it's one of them ones where you'll have ones that are sat there for ages and people want really ridiculous money. There's ones that are like not too bad, and then there's ones that just pop up like this one did, and it's by far the cheapest one. It is all complete. I don't think I had to do anything to it. I might have had to swap I did have to swap the case. That was what was wrong with it. The case was cracked and there was teeth missing and stuff like that, and I was like, that doesn't bother me. And this blast chamber, that's 476. It's really weird numbering on these double cases, but it is only a one disc. Got this on the Saturn. It does look quite a funky little platform puzzler game. I've never fucking played it, let's be honest. I'm kidding. Who are you kidding? But yeah, some of the spindles are all missing the teeth, and I do believe that there's a crack on the case. Talk about cases, and I forgot to mention this. Burnout Culture, Mark. Revival, he very kindly gifted me a number of double jewel cases, and I have used them, mate. Case in point here, and on Twisted Metal. So thank you. I thought, fucking hell, I showed that bloody game. I didn't even mention Mark because obviously I'd used some of the cases at that time. But yeah, so Burnout Culture, Mark. Thank you for the cases. All been used. Always useful. Especially now because I can't even get to the charity shop to get any, the best of Cliff Richards. We're nearly done now. We have to talk about something else. Half a pint. Right. Clear the space. Let's do these ones first. Right. So I mentioned right. How many rights do you want? Right, said Fred. Last vid, we talked about magazines. And I don't know if these people have been watching, or I don't know what's happening. It might just be circumstance. But I mentioned a couple of magazines, didn't I? The ones that I'm still looking for, the ones I'm still looking to collect, this, that, and the other. And lo and behold, a couple have popped up. One of the sellers I think he's took his stuff offline because obviously the COVID thing. I might message him. I did message him after I bought these, and he said he might have some more. But he had one that I just didn't have them. I've not been paid yet. And obviously with everything that's kicked off now, we're kind of overspent on groceries a little bit. I'm not fucking hoarded, but obviously you can't just nip out to the shop and buy stuff realistically now. You don't need to know that. Anyway, long story short is I bought some more S magazines, the Sega magazines. So chap had 4 for sale and then 1 on its own. So I made him basically an offer that would, combine all 5. So I've managed to get myself 5 issues of the S magazine, or the Sega magazine. So I've got issue 7. Now I don't know if you remember from last vid, I have got issue 6 already, and I had a very ropey issue 1. So would like to get that upgraded. It is quite expensive, and I know that. So that's always like a stopgap. So we're issue 6. issue 7 here. So these are the latter ones. I kind of do still remember these. Not as much as the early ones, admittedly. But yes, fantastic. You know, if I was off and I wasn't having to work, I probably would have done some flick throughs, you know what I mean? But, oh god, yeah, I remember these. The turbo mugs, they had to heat your mug up, look. I don't know if you can see that. Fantastic magazines. So just literally flicking through them. Yeah, so this had a big section. It reviewed all the RPGs that are on the Master System. Hopefully you can see that, because I can't see what you're looking at. Fantasies are the S Factor, 94%. Yeah, it just goes through them. Chase HQ shows you this handle controller. That's quite a rare. I would say it's a rarity. Quite sought after. I've seen them a couple of times at the shows now. 100 odd quid. I wouldn't mind having one, but I wouldn't fucking use it. Psycho Fox Help. What else did I see? I did see something in this. I only flicked through this one initially. Some high scores. Someone was asking me about high scores. I can't remember who it was. It might have been in. Oh, that was it. Are you on the map? The Sega user groups in Great Britain. Hey, look. So that's issue 7. Missing issue 8. I don't know why. Like I said, I did message him and he said something like, I'm clearing out my games room. Chances are there might be more in there. And I did see Mod. He had a run of them. So he had like from, because that 7 was on its own, and he had this run here. So I've got all the latter ones, which sometimes with magazines, the later ones are the harder ones to get, because everyone buys the early ones because it's all new, and then they tail off a little bit. So like I said to you before, the Sega magazine, then turned into Sega Power after issue 13. So I've got from 9, 10, 11, 12 now. So I'm not doing too bad here. So this is issue 9. These aren't in bad condition. The worst one I've got is issue 1. Just see if there's anything interested in here to have a thumb through. There you go, look, Mega Drive's launched. Master System 2 there's official. You can't see, just looking at the top of my balding head. Ultima 4, Quest for the Avatar. God, I remember wanting to play that so much. It looks absolutely freaking awesome. Hopefully you can see all that. And they've given it an S factor of 92%. Still not as good as Fantasy Zone. Fantasy Star. Fantasy Zone's there. Anything else interesting? Reviewing all the great series. Chicago CES. Showing some of the Mega Drive games there. Look, Fantasy Star 2. Got the ads. I shouldn't really go through these. Bit of help on Golden Axe. Rastan, some help, some cheats. Where's this? Romford, Sega user group in Romford. Anybody from Romford in Essex? Mike Smith. See if I can show you this. Look. I don't know if they're watching. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know. I can't see what you're seeing. He's got a mean moustache though. Yeah, and there's the back. That's 9. I'm going to go through all these. Issue 10 is basically the release of the Mega Drive there. Again, the same similar back. I'll just flick through. These look like they've all come. I don't know if you notice this. Look, 69. 69! I'm guessing this has come from this is a subscription from a paper shop. So whoever lived at number 69. Boom, boom. And I did see in one of them, there was some girl's name was filled out. It must have been the first one I looked, because I haven't looked through any of these. Where was it? Yay. Oh, let's just give the Mega Drive away. Introducing them. I'm sure Gus Newton had a moan about that. They were using, like, introducing the Mega Drive and showing the Japanese model. They actually showed the Japanese model in the front as well. I'll tell you what it was. It was in issue 7. Let me find the girl's name. She'd filled out some competition. I'm sure she did. No, it was an ad. Oh, I don't know if you can read this. See if I can get it on. Her name's Louise, so she obviously was a bit of a Sega nut. Can you see that? It's in pencil. And basically, she's Louise something. Telephone number 071 701 6153. Wanted, World Soccer will offer £10 to £15 or swap for Ghost House. Phone Louise on 071 701 6151. This is interesting. This is what I meant to. Yeah, this is the other thing. You know, we talk about condition, going a bit off top. Well, it's not on. It is on topic. We talk about condition and stuff like that. You know, and everyone sort of says, "Oh yeah, it's a 9 out of 10." Blah blah blah. And then people use and CX use that term mint, and everyone's like, "Fucking hate that term mint." Blah blah blah. And I always thought that was quite a newish reference, especially in terms of like video game collecting. You know, like since it all kicked off. But it's not. So this is from fucking 1990. In her ad, and hopefully I can show you this. Hopefully it comes up. It does say in mint condition. Hopefully you can see that. I can't see what you can see. But it says in mint condition. So that surprised me a little bit. I must admit, I might be a bit naive there. And I might say, yeah, we've been using mint for fucking ages. But I'd never really heard of it before, especially from a used game perspective. I just thought it was a newish collecting terminology. 1990. You wanted it mint, cheeky cow. I mean, I don't know. I'd be really interested to find the last name out. It's Louise. I couldn't read it. I don't think she filled out. Well, I said I don't think. I haven't even looked. No, she didn't fill that one out. She'd probably give up. She probably filled that one out and then just decided against it. But I don't know what that area code is. 071. Someone might know. Anyway, issue 11. I'm really drawing this out tonight. Issue 11. Track and field, different back. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the old saying. Do me a favour, plug me into a Sega. Great magazines. Chiswick, Robert Chan. That's the other Sega group. Oh God, he looks a right dodgy guy. Hopefully you can see them. I don't know what you can see and what you can't see. Robert's not watching when we're watching. I'll have to go through these. Have a proper... No, she's not putting any more ads in there. Bloody hell, Louise, come on. Come on, Bab. That's issue 11. And then the last one, I say, before it changed over, become Sega Power, is issue 12. Impossible Mission. That's the old one. Do me a favour, plug me into a Sega. Blackpool. Jerry Cummins, owner of Saint Video Games, gave me a lift from the station to St Helens. Saints Fit, someone might remember this. Rich, Retro Lim Rich, I'm sure he's around that area, St Helens, isn't he? Wow. Jerry and his son Gary. Didn't say the last name though. Oh yeah, Jerry Cummins. Jerry Cummins. It must be Gary Cummins. Anybody know Gary Cummins? He's in here. Look. Claim to fame. No, Blackpool. We'll meet again someday. Pro wrestling, I like that game. Anything of note in here? Let's have a very quick. Features. 1 year on. Yes, 12 issues. Yeah. Fucking hell. I didn't stay. She's not filled out any subscription. Come on, Louise. Where's your last name? Gauntlet's in here. Possible mission. Truxton. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Something's fell out. Fan clubs. Kylie Minogue. Phil Collins. Yeah, it's definitely got to be Louise, isn't it? I might just keep that in there for prosperity's sake. No, I didn't see a. Small ads. No, they've changed it. Yeah. So not bad. I'm getting there, you know. So if anyone's got an issue 8. Missing issue 8. And anything below 6. 1 to 5 ideally. Because that way then I'd have a nice number 1. But yeah. So realistically 5 missed, 5 down, and I'm really happy because, to get the latter ones really quite tricky. But that's not all for the magazines. I thought you'd done there, weren't you? I'm going to fuck off. As I mentioned before, I don't know if people have been watching this or not, I don't know. But these do not come up very often. And I've got a search on, and I can't remember how they were listed. I don't know if they were those were listed in a weird way, because they didn't get picked up on my search. They got picked up from a different search that I got. I can't remember what it was. Did these ones? No, yeah, because these ones didn't include computer and video games. They were just called Complete Guide to Consoles. But I got into a bit of a bidding war for these, and I must admit, I think I might have had a bit to drink. But I thought, you know what, I may not see these again. I know a certain fellow tuber is trying to find me one of these, and I just thought, just in case he doesn't, and if he does, he can keep it for himself because it's bloody brilliant. But if he doesn't, then I've done it, and I'll be happy with that. The others are going to have to move on and try and just recoup my money back. That's how I looked at it at the end of the day. And I think I should be okay. Because I'd sure I'll pay potentially, a fair bit of money for one of these. Now I don't know if it was one of you guys I got to the bidding war with. Anyway, either way, I fucking won. So what we have actually managed to complete a set. Another set complete. The complete guide to video games. Computer and video games. Volume 1. Volume fucking 1. And this is in great condition. Really is. But not only volume 1. I've got volume 2. We got a 3. And we got a 4. So I already had 1 to 3. But the chap chucked in the Nintendo Classics as well, which is awesome. I can't collect these. I can't collect the Club Nintendo. Well, I know Retro Dave had a full set, but really nice to have done that. But yeah, issue 1 of that, iconic. That Ghosts and Goblins on the front. It's absolutely superb. Shinobi. January the 1st, 1990. Old Jazzerignal there. Look at that, look. This has hardly been opened. See how, look. You can tell it's hardly been read. Look at the spine on it. I'm not even going to bend it back. There's Jazza. Absolutely fantastic condition. Really are. Oh, with a PC engine. Oh, we didn't get the Mini, did we? Fucking Chinese delayed that, but I know the Japanese ones out, and a few lads have got them. Fair play, man. Does look nice. Oh God, what a magazine! What a compilation. All in fantastic condition. They weren't cheap, but I weren't going to let them go. Not this time. But we've done it. We've got the full set. I'm not going to go through them. I've rattled on enough about the Sega magazine. I think what people fucking switched off anyway. I would have. Yeah, there will be. I will do some sort of flick throughs, especially if I could do the S magazine. You know, if I can get them completed, or even these ones. But these ones, man, it's just the spines have hardly been fucking moved. Oh, there it is. Who's on about this? It might have been Gruss. Not Gruss. It might have been Russ. Retro Bear. The Conics. God, do you remember that? Look, when it didn't even fucking come to fruition. Jesus, I remember seeing like sketch, like pretty much like that. They had a whole chair and everything of that. It's meant to be a whole system, the old Conics. Wow, what could have been? What if someone actually won that and then they give them something out? Here's a Sega Master System instead. Fuck off, where's my Conics, you cunt? Well, C words, probably not very nice. People don't like that, do they? Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave you to it. Take it easy, YouTube. Stay safe, look after each other. Stay in your bloody houses, for God's sake. Don't get mingling, unless it's with people you have. You know the drills. And all things being equal, we'll come out the other side, guys, and we'll all have a beer. Maybe, if we're lucky, at Revival or Blackpool. But yeah, take it easy and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.